And we are live. What it do, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Chingo Blingo with the big tamarindo. And we trying something different, man. I don't know what we're going to call this. This is probably like a solo cast, you know. I'm trying to get my Theo Von on, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my, my Bill Burr solo type of vibe. So welcome everybody to what appears to be the end of the world and shit. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Some people saying it's just the cold, man. Oh man, that ain't nothing but, man, you see how many people die from car wrecks and health related issues. This the Rona, man. It's not as bad. Look, man, car crashes ain't contagious. I know a lot of people die from car accidents and stuff, but when's the last time you heard somebody just, spread the car crash? This shit, if we're not careful and if we dumb against the enemy, we fuck around and get caught slipping by the Rona. So I just want to welcome everybody to my new little battle station right here, my new nook. It's the new little studio nook, el nukiazo. So I got my little setup, man. We got the studio cleaned up and organized. Shout out to my dog, Frank Lopez. By Compound Films. Por favor, believe it. Saz. Motherfucking shout out, dog. Appreciate the love, homie. Man, he got our studio looking super official. We used to have this big bulky ass table. It looked like the Last Supper. It looked like they just, I don't know what the fuck. It was just a humongous, heavy ass table that just hogged up all the space. And I know my wife is listening like, but I like the table. We had to move that motherfucker inside. And right now with the Rona, you want to be 6 feet away from everybody. So, if my baby gonna cough, she gonna cough over there on that end of the big ass table. Can't play it too safe. But in general, man, I am excited, man. I ain't never been happier, dog. I mean, besides the fact that I done got laid off from my job. Headline, breaking news, Chingo Bling got laid off from his job. I am in the business of bringing people together, sharing laughter, bringing people together and having a good time. But right now with the Rona, we gonna do it this way for the time being, cause VIP, that's that was hugs and daps and handshakes and selfies and hey, shout out my tattoo shop, homie. Video cameras all in your face, and right now we gotta keep a safe distance, so we gonna have to play it safe. And I got my little setup, man. I'm super excited. Look at this, man. We got 2 cameras going. This is actually pre-recorded, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's why the little chat room right here is disconnected. It ain't doing shit. I'm just recording, and then I'm going to upload it to my patrons. Shout out to the patrons. You guys made this episode commercial free. Thank you guys so much. This air horn's for you, dog. And while we here, man, here goes a little beat I cooked up. I haven't had a chance to make beats, but the quarantine, I got time. The other day, I didn't have time. The other day, I was busy touring. The other day, I had to get the word out about these show dates, the Going Viral tour. But now I got time. I got time, dog. I got time, dog. We quarantine. This ain't no TikTok. All right, I'm not freestyling, y'all. But expect a lot more content, bro. As you can see, my studio setup is looking motherfucking magnificent. If you're not watching me, you need to subscribe, man. Go to YouTube, type in CBTV, and I'ma pull up. Yeah, I could cook a beat live for you, dog. I could cook a beat live for you, dog. I could cook a beat. I could cook a beat. I could cook a beat. I could do it live. thought I had another sound in here from El Chavo. I don't know what happened to it. All right, enough of that, y'all. I know y'all didn't come here for that. All that heat. I'm not trying to burn your speakers or scare your children. Have you getting pulled over during the Rona because you jamming too loud at Chingo Blingo's motherfucking fresh ass beats. So, as I was saying, man, I have been ranting and raving about how great I feel during the quarantine, man. I ain't never rested better. I'm waking up at 7:30 a.m., 30 minutes before the suckers. Because a lot of suckers out there like to wake up at 8 a.m. I'm on my second cup of coffee by the time you getting up, son. I feel like Jocko Willink in this bitch. I feel like a motherfucking Navy SEAL. I have a camouflage weight vest that I wear, you know, and I got a shaved head, homie. Fuck you mean? They like, man, ain't no ammo left, bro. Chingo Bling done bought it all. Fuck going on? I'm loving the quarantine, man. I just had tacos for lunch. Mi vieja me hizo tortillas. Hijo de su chingada madre. ¿Qué más quieres, güey? What more do you want? What more do you want? You resting more? I mean, I'm calling my parents more often. I'm ashamed to say, but you know, the career consumes you, man. You always traveling, packing for a place. You getting off a plane. You headed to a radio station. I'm not complaining. Stand-up comedy's best job in the world. It's the traveling part that sucks. So, my technical team, you know, Frank Lopez, Meta, we figuring out a way to bring you a Tiny Desk concert, man. Like, my boy Eric James, he's putting together the show set right now. We putting together what songs I'm going to perform for you right now. So if you ain't subscribed to my YouTube yet, type in CBTV, then what the fuck is you really doing during the quarantine? Because we are set up for this. We are set up, man. It's wartime, dog. It's wartime. It's motherfucking wartime. Like Pac said, you're gonna see some things in this lifetime gonna make it hard to smile. But you gotta smile for me. Smile for me. Won't you smile? I'm having too much fun in my studio. It's cause the quarantine, bro. I ain't never felt better. Look at this, bro. I'm so excited about using this studio and these toys and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got multiple fucking camera angles, bro. I got a couch right here. This is me and Jimmy Kimmel got the same shit right now. Me and Jimmy Fallon, we got the same tools right now. And I'd argue that my set looked better than their set. Because they weren't set up for this. Their house was just their house. It's wartime, dog. Let me show y'all camera angle number 2. No, espérate, güey. Pardon me. Espérate. Un momento. Because I want to show y'all, bro. Look at this. Okay, hold on. It's hard to aim this thing. Okay, see? That's what a guest gonna be after the Rona. When America, the greatest country in the world, when we get, you know what I'm saying? When we get these vaccines pumped out and we get these ventilators built and we got the best food supply chain in the motherfucking world. Like, I just went to HEB, dog. They got everything. Let me put this camera back 1 second. Think about a Rona. She's my only one. Rona, only one. Oh, hold on. Let me aim this thing. Sorry, y'all. They're like, what the fuck, bro? What are we tuning into? What are you doing? You need your... Damn, now my head's cut off. Hold on. They're like, bro, get you a Lee Syatt or somebody, dog. There I am. All right, I just went to the grocery store. I just went to HEB. Don't worry, 6 feet distance. HEB, they put up the sneeze guards, you know, like at Subway, so people don't sneeze on spinach. They got the sneeze guards by the register. You know what I'm saying? You just put the money down. Hey, baby girl, I'm setting it down. I'm not saying you got the Rona. But, you know, we trying to be good Americans, because if you don't follow the rules and regulations, before you know it, now you laid up in the bed sick. Now you taking up a bed. You taking up a bed, bro. You don't want to be taking up a hospital bed. So, you know, take care, dog. And on the same subject of being happy during the quarantine, I've never felt more relaxed. Man, I'm catching up on these books I needed to finish. I hadn't finished reading some of these books. You know, I got a book list. I got a whole book set. I just ordered 2 more. I know, dog. Amazon got me. I just ordered a book on persuasion. I can't remember the author's name or even the title, but it was sitting in my cart, and I went on there to get some more Athletic Greens, which has like 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, enzymes. I mean, what the fuck more do you want? I eat tortillas. I rest. I get good sleep. I wake up 30 minutes before all the suckers. I'm already up. I'm up. I'm exercising. I'm working out. I've never got more sunlight in my life. Ever. I'm getting a nice little farmer's tan. I walked past a lady on the walking trail, and she was like, she told her kid, Timmy, thank that man. Thanks to him, we can have salad. I'm looking like a farmer. I feel strong, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to do buku burpees. I mean, calisthenics is going to be off the chain. I'll be wearing the vest just cuz, you know what I'm saying? Because it make me look military. Because we are at war. We are at war against a virus. You know, our country, you know, we got the best, biggest, most hardcore military in the world. By far. Play with it, think it's a game. And shout out to the troops. And this is the greatest time to be alive, virus or not, because all the nerds are working on it right now. I'm podcasting. I'm just talking shit. I'm just out here playing on webcams and shit, talking about I got a Patreon, you know. It's we blurring the lines. I mean, shit. I don't know what these porno girls are up to. I don't know how many webcams they got and what kind of, you know, where they, you know what I'm saying? If they on OnlyFans, if they on Patreon. I don't know. I just have a Patreon. I don't subscribe to other people's Patreons, except maybe my boy Slade Ham, Whiskey Brothers. And I actually want to subscribe to a couple people's Patreons, you know, the safe for work ones, dog. Come on, bruh. Fuck you think this is? It's wartime. We ain't got time for all that. I want to subscribe to some more patrons myself because I want to take notes. You know, I think I might have seen on Patreon somebody did a live concert. I'm like, well, I'm a rapper. I got a big white cup, big purple Aunt Jemima. Man, my teeth shine more shinier than China. What? I've been talking about China, dog. Fuck you mean? And this is how the fuck it's going down, bro. I started off in college radio. Matter of fact, the next time you see me on here, I'm going to have the fans send questions. Send questions like, what would Chingo do? You know, send your question. Leave it on the voicemail. I'm going to give y'all the number because I'm going to set it up after this. You could leave a voicemail. You could tweet me questions. I'm going to just be, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just improvise this whole show. I don't even know what this is. I might just need a one-word suggestion. I might roast the shit out of somebody. I don't fucking know. But we could talk about whatever the fuck y'all want to talk about because once I get my Wi-Fi a little bit better, we're going to be able to do this shit live with the chat room and all that. And then we could do live strictly for the patrons. I mean, there's so much shit we could do. But I'm definitely going to get a patrons this live concert first. It might be pre-recorded. It may not be all the way live. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it all from right here, which just makes it easy. I could still, in between songs. Yeah. Give it up for your boy, Chingo Bling. Leave a comment. Next song. Hey. Hey. We quarantine. 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 Wake up fresh like Listerine. I can't go nowhere, bitch. I'm quarantined. Speaking of bitches in quarantine, man, a lot of you hoes finna start looking real raggedy. Cause you can't go get your little lip fillers. You can't go get your little lip injections. And now your belly button winking at people. Your belly button looking tripped out like you got the COVIDs. You know. Because, I've been seeing celebrities having to go live and shit. And I'm like, damn, that's how you look without your glam squad, makeup team, lights and angles and filters. This shit done even out the playing field, dog. Right now, I got the same tools as Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel got to do his shit from his house. Jimmy Fallon. I'm just saying. I'm saying you the king of late night and all that, but but I got this. I got these little tools. I got them tools right there, big dog. But let me just bust out my little journal, because I've been journaling. We've been on meditation. We've been on all that shit. We've been on a morning routine, night routine. We've been waking up 30 minutes before you suckers. And the only thing this shit did was made the routine tighter, bro. I mean, I'm having fresh tortillas, brother. Fresh tortillas. Whew. And HEB got these ones that maíz. Fresh. Buku manteca. So like I was saying, y'all, it's a beautiful day to be alive. We are super blessed. If we had gotten hit with this particular virus 100 years ago, it'd have been a wrap. Motherfuckers didn't know as much about hygiene. The nerds couldn't communicate so they could save us, come up with vaccines. There's a lot of good news out there, man. I heard Wuhan and China, they shut down a lot of their, it's pretty credible sources, they shut down their emergency hospitals that they had to build. Basically they haven't been getting any more new cases. So it's looking good. A lot of information is being shared. I know Italy got hit hard. I know we're not out of the woods yet. I know the economics of things is going to take a while and take a lot of bread, from the Fed, turn heads, riding red. What did he say? It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to dig out of that hole. A lot of people got, I got laid off. The Going Viral Tour. Coming to a city near you at some point. We don't know when, but I do know this. I do know that I'm going to put in work in here. We're going to flood y'all with this content, bro. We weren't scheduled to double up on podcasts anytime soon. We had it set up as a goal, like, we have to get 1,500 patrons before we can start promising folks, double podcasting. But right now it's the Rona, and I didn't have time before because I was having to travel and the tour and all that, but I got laid off. But shout out to Naples, Florida and Phoenix, Arizona, because I'm in the midst of the Rona. In the midst of the Rona. Rona was damn near breathing on our necks. It was right around the corner, the Rona. And we hung in there. The clubs went far, above the call of duty to make sure everybody was safe. We adapted our VIP, we capped it. We did elbows and kid and play kicks. The staff at Stand Up Live in Phoenix. A-class, sir. That's what you do in wartime, dog. Everybody just got to tighten up. We ain't got time for a bunch of bullshit. Call your parents. You know what I'm saying? Vale, thank God, Valentina, our little baby, thank God she don't even know what's going on. All she knows is like, my parents are around more. They don't got to go to the airport as much. They're not like packing all the time and unpacking and running around making content in between. They're probably like, shit, all I know is we got a bigger table now because my daddy brought it in. My daddy and Frank brought it in from from the studio, and it was heavy as shit. Thank God she has no idea what's happening because, besides all the panic, obviously there's casualties already, but besides all the economic panic, like people like, oh my God, there's somehow some way gonna be out of toilet paper. But you gotta remember, dog, this is America. I know we're getting exposed with a lot of vulnerabilities, like a lot of little like bureaucracy, the nitpicking that both sides, the different networks and shit, all that nitpicking got put on hold because this is wartime. It's wartime. We ain't got time for all that. I mean, they're doing a little bit of nitpicking, like when I forget which network, but I stay off the news. I stay off social media as much as I possibly can. You got to keep it within arm's reach, just in case you got to tweet a motherfucker, just in case you got to troll, and you got to reply. Like, bitch, I'm already laid off. I ain't got a boss. Drop your location, Rona or not. I'm still working on my temper, y'all. I'm a flawed individual, but the ego is at bay. I'm 40 years old. I'm just getting better with time. And with the Rona and the quarantine, we was already hygienic. All we doing now is the routine getting tighter. Last night, after, everybody was showered up, dinner, babies asleep and all that, my wife was putting Penny to bed. I'm in the bedroom. I'm knocking out a book. I'm starting a new one. You know what I'm saying? Pinta style, put some fat on my brain, knocking out them burpees and push-ups, iron it, what I'm saying? Making a spread. It's wartime. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else could be on edge, but I have faith. We got the best supply chain in the world. Our food supply chain. The only thing that fucked up our food supply chain is people panicking. People panicking, buying shit straight off the pallet. I ain't gonna lie. I had about 8 big things of water and a pinche costalazo de arroz, compa. I know Mexicans are like, okay, so y'all saying y'all gotta eat beans and rice? We been eating beans and rice. Some people are like, damn, man, they saying we gotta wash our hands now. Like, bitch, what the fuck were you doing before? What was you doing? What were you doing before? I just want to slap the shit out of you, dog. So we're living, this is the best time to be alive, man. I think a lot of people are going to come out of this stronger. You should definitely try to pick up a skill. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to improve upon. We already multi-skilled, you know what I'm saying? I'm bilingual. My wife is trilingual. And, the routine's only getting tighter. I didn't watch no TV last night. My wife, she been watching this one show, Containment and Contagion, and all these scary ass shows about bioterrorism and viruses and the CDC and vaccines and people turning to zombies and somebody sneeze. Oh, fuck all that. Cucuy. Don't watch that shit, dog, especially not before bed. You don't want to have your mind all active and shit. So anybody out there that's like insomniac and all that, let me know in the comments or hit me up on my social media. It's a subject we covering, man. We talking about night routines and shit, bro. Like, how do you expect to perform at an A-class level? Now, this is 40-year-old Chingo talking to you. This ain't 28, 27, 23, 21 Chingo. Because it was like, man, fuck it. Get it how you live. We got to hit these clubs. We got to promote these records. We got to show our face. We got to be in these cities. We got to, turn up. Ain't no time for sleep, dog. A lot of my friends were on some fuck sleep and this and that. And then other friends were sipping syrup and all they did was sleep. But I love sleep. I appreciate sleep. Like, I'll sacrifice some other shit as long as they don't get in the way of my motherfucking sleep. So keeping stress levels low is a high priority. That's a full-time job. And I think that now that we're doing social distancing and a lot of people are getting a taste of online classes, they're getting a taste of like keeping a minimum of people in their mix, Let me move this camera angle. Ay, cabrón. Está pesada, güey. Can't wait to have a guest on here and FaceTime, have people FaceTime in and stuff like that. But we're more organized now. Dog. I mean, the studio has never looked better. We got that big, heavy ass table out of here. It looks like a studio. I mean, we got lights, cameras, and a ton of action. And now we got time. We got time to hit y'all over the head with this content. We bringing y'all to live concert. We hooking up patrons. They get it first. Let me show y'all. Okay, the bag of tapes is over there, so I'm not gonna show it to y'all. But I have a bag of old mini DV tapes from when I first started in the rap game. I was young, dumb, stupid. And we're going to put together a documentary. Because now we got time. It's wartime. And all wars are economic. That ain't got shit to do with this. But we're going to go through these tapes. We're going to import and digitize. I'm going to need my boy Frank's help setting up the camera so that we can import, turn the mini DV tapes, get it through the camera into the computer in digital form, go through it, and piece together the story, put together the story. It's all about evolution. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but we're rocking stages still. We're going city to city still. After the Rona, long as that, we gotta let that blow over, and then hopefully I won't be laid off no more. But I'm enjoying this time off. It's wartime, but I'm loving the quarantine. Had tacos for lunch, probably do a salad for dinner. Hit that wine, maybe that little nighttime tea. That was already the routine. It's just getting tighter. Exercising like a motherfucker. And we about to drop this Justin Bieber parody on y'all's asses. That's coming too. Been working on a music project with my boy Eric Jaimez. That's coming too. So it's wartime. We were already built for this shit. Right now, me and Jimmy Kimmel got the same tools. And it's wartime. It's not war against them. It's just war against a virus. And it's a shame that it took a virus to get some of the politics bullshit to like calm down. It's like, hey, we'll point hands and we'll blame later. We'll point fingers and we'll do an autopsy of what went wrong, what could have been done better. But right now we on the same team, man. People trying to get their Trump check. Everybody trying to get the Trump check. He cutting checks from the Fed. Something about the interest rate. I really don't know what the fuck that means. I'm not an economics major. I am fascinated by economics. So if you have a book about economics that's like interesting, not no textbook shit, please let me know. If you're into that type of stuff, please let me know. I like this one book, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. And man, it has like a little, it's true to my knowledge. It's a guy telling about his job and where he worked, and he gives his resume and what countries he worked in and what he did and who he did it for. But it opens up your eyes to like the new gangsters, man. Like back in the day, the way a country would expand its global empire, the way they would not necessarily enslave people, but like marginalize groups of people in these third world countries, how they keep a country down, how to like rob a country of their resources. They used to have to do it militarily. They used to have to go in there on some gangster shit. But now, and up to recently, I don't know if it's changed again and there's a new form. But basically the way it turned into like American engineering and construction companies like Halliburton and Bechtel and Brown and Root and the companies that Dick Cheney was a CEO of. And you also learned that a lot of government people, vice presidents, like secretaries of states, all these people came from this oil construction engineering world. A lot of political ties. And basically they would send someone like an economic hitman in like with the suit and the briefcase, and they start having these meetings with these Manuel Noriegas and these different leaders or presidents or dictators, whether they were elected fairly or not. The economic hitman, the EHM, he would go in and be like, hey dog, check this out, bro. We could do this shit, 2 ways. All right. I believe your country needs this new autopista or this like Y'all need a dam built over here for like hydroelectric power. Y'all need, y'all might need this electrical grid set up, some kind of infrastructure, right? The leader of the country will be like, man, Ecuador ain't got a lot of bread right now, dog. And a lot of our people probably, because of poverty and stuff, they probably can't even ride the metro or whatever this thing is y'all trying to build. We ain't got the money. It don't make sense for us. Oh, don't worry, homie. We got you. We're going to get you a loan from the World Bank or whatever. And we're going to come in here. You just pay us back a little interest. And we could put together the reports. We're going to, we put together a report. It's good for y'all's country. This is how y'all going to pay it back. No worries. And then if they're like, yeah, we were kind of suspicious, bro, because we don't want y'all to come asking for y'all's pound of flesh. Like, on some mob shit. Coming in like, hey, dog, I'm here to collect for the shit you owe me. So basically they would go back and be like, check this out, bro. We could do this one way or the other. Either this could mean millions of dollars for you and a couple other rich families in the country and fuck everybody else and fuck your country. Or B, your plane might fall out the sky. You might get hit by a car. You might fall down some stairs by mistake. I don't know. Basically the economic hitman will leave and then the jackals come in and ya valió. So it reads kind of like a spy thriller mixed with like a little bit of economics. This shit's gangster, bro. Like the person that told me about it was a gentleman named Charlie Braxton. He consulted me and schooled me on the music business, like contracts and little tricks and things that they try to, like really dishonest things that they try to pull over artists a lot of times. Just tricks of the trade. How you never recoup. They never recoup the money. The accounting is creative. It's funny. The checks are kind of light. And if you don't know how to read a contract, you thinking you signed for 2 albums, but you didn't know how it said plus 3 options, which is the option to renew, which is, let me give you an example. There was a company that wanted to do, they had a sneaker thing they were putting out. It was like kind of independent. They had a couple artists associated with it promoting it and shit. And it looked fly, because it's like, man, this shit is independent, It's almost like you're getting a promo code. Like, man, I seen Chingo wearing them, We're going to make the Chingo edition. We're going to make them in China, so on and so forth. Because that's where everything's made, because that's where a lot of jobs went. A lot of politicians and CEOs sent all the manufacturing to China, and that's how China pulled itself out of poverty in a few decades. And that's how we became dependent upon China. So anyway, so these cats were like, hey, man, here's a contract. We want to sign you up with this shoe thing, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even have to give it to my lawyer. I skimmed it. I saw the part about options. So they're like, yeah, man, so basically, bro, it's really just a 2-year thing. Before you know it, it's done. I said, all right. I busted out my little pen. I'm like, okay, but right here it says 3 options. 3. Circle that. 2 years commitment. 3 times 2, 6. So potentially, it's really an 8-year, is what you're telling me. This is really an 8-year because of these 3 options. You get the option to renew. Oh. Conversation changed. The tone changed a little bit. People started acting like you got the Rona, So they could tell, he knows too much. And I try not to get fucked. That's business, bro. You can't get fucked. So anyway, that's a book that I finally finished reading. It was off the chain. Maybe I'll mail it to one of you guys. Maybe I'll mail it to one of the patrons. Matter of fact, let me post it right now while I got y'all. Because, the Patreon thing, the Patreon app, if you are a patron, it has this little, hold on, let me hold it up to the lens. Okay, you see, it looks like Snapchat. It looks like an Instagram story. Okay, boom. Let me record one. What up, all my patrons? I hope y'all are doing good with the Rona. Checking in on y'all, and we're talking about a book. This video is going to go up later on today for you guys. We're talking about a book, and I'm done with it. Who do I mail it to? If you want it, let me know. It's called Confessions of Economic Hitman. Go. What up, all my patrons? I hope y'all are doing good with the Rona. All right, save. Oh shit, upload. Sauce. All right. It's enough of Chingo, man. That's Chingo on top of Chingo, dog. That's too much Chingo. And it's Chingo with 2 camera angles. That's only because I don't have a guest right now. And I'm gonna set up this phone number so you guys can call in and leave me a message. Be like, hey, wait, it's wartime. Don't make it easy for the virus, bruh. Don't make it easy for the virus. If you rocking around, with your conspiracy theories and it's man-made and how did they, man, it's on the back of a Lysol bottle and it say COVID and corona, that ain't new, it's like a cold and more people die from diabetes and this and, bro, they telling you. Like, look, I had a kid leave me a comment on Twitter. He said, man, Chingo, I think it's funny that they flying these immigrants, detained immigrants or something to New York State or some shit for processing, and I just find it funny. And I think he's saying, it's a conspiracy theory that I guess he had that's like, man, they don't give a fuck about immigrants and they secretly want to just, they just want to kill us, kill immigrants or something, or they want to set us up to get hurt, and they're taking them to where the shit is at, and I thought New York was closed off, and why y'all bringing them over there? That's kind of what I took from it, but I replied like, bro, even if you think it's one group against another, it's the type of enemy where you don't want, like, say it's rich versus poor. If that's the filter, you look at the world. Man, the rich people don't like the poor people. Man, it's the haves and have-nots and this and that, and the shrinking middle class. And, we spend all this money on tanks and airplanes, but we ain't spend money on vaccines, and we weren't prepared. Why we not stockpiling masks and ventilators, but we stockpiling missiles? Okay, if that's the filter you view the world, then think about it this way. If you're a rich person and you don't give a damn about poor people, you still don't want poor people to get it. Because if you're a rich person, you're like, who's going to pick my salad? Who's going to pick up my trash? Who's going to work for me? This is what, right? A mean rich person would be saying. We need the poor people to wash their hands. We need the poor people to stay 6 feet away. So they're probably not lying to you, even if they hate you. Because if y'all get it, it makes it easier for them to get it. So that's how I see it, dog. Is, I'm not saying, like, we're going to figure out where this shit came from. But based on all my little research and my sources, Joe Rogan, chances are it wasn't bioterrorism. It wasn't engineered in the lab. It wasn't man-made. That doesn't mean that it didn't leak from a lab, because they always, like at the CDC, they got these thick-ass walls. It looks like Stranger Things. Like, these little monsters are hiding. They got them in these little labs with this thick glass. And believe me, bro, I heard that, like, mad cow disease, I don't know the scientific name of it, of that virus. Don't worry, y'all. That's not a Rona cough. That's just clearing my throat. Get my little water. By the way. Where was I? Oh, yeah, it's wartime. Don't make it easy for the Rona. So from what I heard, man, that mad cow disease shit, that little bitty germ, that little whatever the fuck, single-celled puto face, this little hoe-ass microorganism, the greatest little enemy to the human motherfucking species, motherfucking race. We done outlived 99% of other species because we the shit. Because we motherfucking Homo sapiens, which is another great book, Sapiens. And I'm about to reread that bitch until my other books get here, because it's like Pinta style, homie. We making spreads in this bitch, bro. We quarantined up. So, based on the research, man, the motherfucking mad cow disease is such a crazy little virus that if they treat you of this disease on whatever equipment they got you on, whatever metal, it could be stainless steel. They could boil it at a gazillion degrees. They could hit it with pressure. They could hit it with heat. They could try to do all types of shit to try to kill this thing, and it won't die. I forget why it didn't spread rampant. I can't remember how they cornered it and kept it from becoming, potentially really bad situation. And also from what I heard is that when SARS and swine flu and one of these flus, the other COVIDs, the 17 to 18, them motherfuckers, that people were excited about a vaccine. Like whoever the lawmakers and the people that played with budgets for scientists and shit, like it was top priority. But then we got it under control. It went away, and then interest faded, and there went the funding, and there went your vaccine, so we could prepare for a day like today. So we got exposed, our vulnerabilities. You know, there's certain little red tape and regulations and things that are, because it's an emergency time, they're bending the rules. Like, hey, like for instance, this debate about can we get a vaccine quickly or is it gonna take a long time? Well, it's time of war. It's a crisis. It's an emergency. And we finna, do what we gotta do because we America. And we, you know what I'm saying? It's a crisis, bro. Ain't no time for no bullshit. Ain't no time for no motherfucking excuses. No politics. Get up 30 minutes before the suckers. Do your motherfucking burpees. Do your push-ups. Do your sit-ups. My wife, she's filming a lot of her workouts. She's like doing virtual training. She's doing classes, bruh. We got the whole backyard looking like motherfucking Astrodome, bro. We got the turf. We got buku kettlebells and bands, and we jumping rope. We about to do a whole shadow boxing routine, all types of shit. She about to do some little hopscotch, get in shape with some chalk. It's not a game. It's wartime. And I've never felt better, dog. I've never felt better. I mean, besides the stress of being laid off, and it's like, oh man, that's my job, and I'm a touring, we touring, and what's up with the tour, and you gotta adjust. Like, man, normally I'm scheduled to go to Atlanta, dog. What's gonna happen with Midland? I want to go to Waco. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I can't do Austin like that. And Naples, they came out. Phoenix came out, and it was in the midst of the Rona. I mean, I was like VIP. I'm having to tell 50 people, no, I'm not going to shake your hand. Now, if you're somebody that don't want to be perceived as an asshole, these are your bosses. These are the fans, man. These are the folks, along with the patrons, they don't want to make it all possible. Not the troll leaving a comment on Instagram. Not the little bot and the bops. Not the boppers and the bots. Neither one is really contributing in a positive manner. But the fans, I'm having to tell them, man, for your safety and mine, I was going to lie to motherfuckers and be like, hey, dog, I just got over a cold, bro. I just got over a cold. But nah, then I'm just scared people. I'm not going to lie. But before it became apparent, like, nah, dog, you really need to postpone. Because it was driving me nuts. It's like, I'm trying to book these artists for Chingo de Mayo 2020. I'm trying to send out deposits to bands and DJs and artists and the host. And it's like, but what's happening with the Rona, though? Are we really going to be twerking and shit 6 feet apart at Chingo de Mayo? So we came to that difficult decision. And when it came to the tour, I was like, look, I was like, babe, my wife is my tour manager. I was like, babe, call Atlanta. Call Gary at Atlanta Comedy Theater and see what's going on in their state. I mean, we're checking with Southwest. Can we still fly the company jet on over to Atlanta? Wartime. Fuck the virus. Chingue su madre. So we were calling Gary saying, look, Gary, cap the VIP. He's like, how many we at? Okay, I think we were at 40. It was like 10 left. Just cap them, shut them off, no more, and go ahead and cap the room. The number that we kept hearing is 250. 250 or less are cool. 250 and less are cool. I think some states, I think California was like, nah, 250 ain't enough. You got to be at 100 or some shit. So we're like, all right, what is it over there? Just keeping an eye on things. Keep us posted. Do we cancel? Do we not? Do we postpone? If we postpone, when do we set the next date? Because how are things looking? What's going to happen with the Rona? What's going to happen with the economy? That's the main shit I was looking at. Sure, the virus is bad, but the stock market and all this stuff is psychological. You know, people's perception of the food supply chain, of our distribution chain in the United States. They don't be knowing we got the best. I mean, not to mention HEB's distribution. The reason HEB is winning is because their distribution. That's what motherfuckers don't know. It ain't the commercials. I mean, the stores are cool. Everything's great. But their distribution, they have it so technologically advanced that the minute that you get the X amount of toothpaste in inventory, it's already alerting itself. The system's already dropping into a Amazon cart type of vibe. And the main hub, the main warehouse, I think it's like in San Antonio, they got the 18-wheelers. All the shit your store needs, they putting it in to exact specifications. If they only need 50 of each toothpaste, 50 Crest, 50 Colgates, 50 Sensodynes, 50 Hill Country Fair, 50 generics. You know, if that's all it needs, that's all they putting. But if you need 75 loaves of bread, they putting that. You need, 100 gallons of milk, they putting that. ¿Cuántos huevos, güey? Ponlos, güey. Sas, vámonos. Whatever you need. HEB gotcha. And the only reason the shelves were looking crazy, which is a psychological visual. Humans are visual. We're visual creatures. And as a species, we trying to survive. It's about self-preservation. If you feel the uncertainty of the media and the back and forth and the disinformation and the cheese man, I heard this, and man, I heard they're going to shut the city down. Man, I heard rodeo. Man, I heard that. Man, I got a homegrown. First of all, half of y'all sources were anonymous. How the fuck? You ain't never supposed to believe an anonymous source. Oh, man, I got this screenshot text message that been circulating. No mames, way. Just mentiras, way. You're lying, bruh. Can't go for that. No, no can do, bitch. I can't go for that. No, no can do, bitch. I can't go for that. No, sa. No, I can't go for that. No, no can do, bitch. I can't go for that. No, no can do, bitch. I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't. Yeah. All right. I'm having fun, y'all. It's quarantine. I mean, I've never felt better, man. We about to ship out this book. We about to drop this concert. We finally working on this documentary. I have a series called The Blings Take Cali. It's probably gonna be about 3 or 4 episodes. It's like a little reality show. Yeah, that's what we working on. And we finna drop that hoe. And you know who's gonna get it first, dog? The patrons. You know? Because there ain't no rush to put it out. Give it to them first. There's no deadline. Never been happier. And when it's time that, I am able to get back on the road again, I was telling Marisol, I was like, babe, I love the road. Well, I love touring. I love the show portion. It's a lot of other bullshit that comes with it. Like, really, people paying me to travel. The performing part, that's for me. I got time. I love that part. I feel like I'm getting better as a comedian, a live stand-up performer. But right now, you can't do live, dog. The stand-up game is on pause. It is paused for us. All the comedians laid off. We are laid off. So we hitting this web, dog. And shit, I'm in the comfort of my home, man. Of course, it's not the same. It's not stand-up. Right now, I'm just shooting the shit, checking in with my people. Trying to get, get all the other little bells and whistles. Have y'all call in. I'm going to FaceTime the homies. That'll probably be up and cracking tomorrow. I just want to run a couple tests, make sure the Wi-Fi can handle all that, since I'm in the back of the house. But let me get back to this little journal, man. See what else I was feeling good about. Penny, my daughter, my little one, she's been just having art class. My wife made these little like educational toys. It's like a folder with like Velcro and the colors and the numbers, and you can go on her YouTube and see that, or you could join her Patreon, and she's got recipes and workouts and all types of shit. Just go to patreon.com/Marisol. It's Marisol Herrera. ITS Marisol Herrera. But anyway, I was telling Sol, I was like, hey, when it's time to get back on the road and we get a hold of the Rona, like they make the vaccine and we get it under control and we learn from this and we pull forward. I was like, I love this routine. I don't want to fall off. Like, you're not going to stop making tortillas, right? Like, that part's not stopping, right? Can we keep that going? I can still have tacos for lunch, right? Maybe a salad for dinner. Because I've never looked better, felt better. I got a tan. I'm outside. We jogging with weight vests. Mine's camo because I like to, put the fear in the heart of the Rona. Like, bitch, it's wartime. We ain't playing. The house is more organized. We've been outside, getting sun. We're going to kick this virus's ass. Pinche virus, when I see you, puto, I'm going to shank you, homie. Been getting great rest, waking up early, 30 minutes before the suckers. My night routine and the routine overall has been improving. It almost feels like work was kind of getting in the way of all this cool shit. I kind of like being laid off. I mean, the money part ain't, that part is like, damn, we was scheduled, you know what I'm saying? We was just, like, damn, we was about to hit these Texas markets, bro. How long this Rona gonna be around? But I realized, shit, we need to shift the game to the web, because the flying around sucks. So I told Marisol, what if, for like a year, we just picked our 12 top cities, just the 12 top markets, and you just doing like a whole weekend a month. Like, it might be San Diego, bam, a whole weekend, sas, and then you off for a couple weeks. Next month, bam, Dallas, sas. Next week, bam, LA, sas. Week after that, San Antonio, tas. Week after that, Bay Area, tas. How many is that? 5, 6, then you come back, H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you hit some of that Florida. Hey! And then maybe you go hit Chicago for a weekend. Bam. Put that in the summer, though. Don't put that in the winter. Don't put that on the Rona. Maybe go hit Detroit. Size. I mean, it's just so hard to narrow it down to 12 markets. Because in Texas, we got 12 alone. California, it's about 12 there. The whole Southwest. Can't forget about Denver. Das. Cannot forget about Denver, man. I'm usually in Denver either for 420 or my birthday. And I heard they just like legalized shrooms, dog. Which I ain't never did. But I'm curious. I heard it's good for you. I've heard nothing but positive things, bro. And I'm a control freak. That's just the ego. And I'm scared of roller coasters and shit like that because I don't have control. So, of course, there's a fear of like, man, what if you get a bad trip? From what I've heard, there really are no bad trips with that. from what I've heard. But don't listen to me. I ain't never did it. Of course, you don't want to not know what you're doing and take too much. This is Chingo Bling, the 40-year-old responsible person that's talking to you. This is for me. I'm not telling you what you to do, but I would probably make sure like I said, in Colorado, it's like, I don't know what you got to do to get approved, but it's like medicinal, pretty much. You probably got to live in the state. I don't know. Doesn't sound like too bad of an idea, considering how much I love the outdoors these days. But that's one of the parts of the job that I will miss, bro. Is like going to Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're food. We like food. We love culture. We love people. We love going around cities. Like, they had me downtown in Phoenix recently this last time. And when we're in Phoenix, we're either hitting we rotate. So one year when we do Phoenix, we might hit like Tempe, like maybe Tempe and Scottsdale or something like that. And then we might come back next year, hit stand-up live downtown, which is what we've been doing. We like to mix it up. Like Dallas, one year we might do Addison Improv. Next year we might do Arlington Improv. But that's the part I'm going to miss because, once I put this work in this web, hit y'all over the head, consistent, all thanks to the Rona and the quarantine, I feel like we might have to do it that way, where it's like efficient. Like, I want to get my fan base going, man. I want to get my skill level and everything that I'm putting out to where people are super excited, and we're just really doing like theaters, you know what I'm saying? We're doing whole weekends. When we were coming to Austin, we were scheduled to come to Austin in a couple weeks, postponed. That was going to be a nice ass theater, but that is on hold. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. But in the meantime, we playing with this studio, bro. We got these lights, cameras, and a whole gang of action. We got the webcams going. Soon we're going to have, guests, FaceTime. Y'all could call in, leave a message. Y'all could ask questions, tweet me questions, whatever. I don't even know what we're going to name this particular show. It might be like the Me Vale Madre Radio, Me Vale Madre podcast. It might be just, who knows? I might be Theo Hoover next time I come on here. I might just be like, it might be all Spanish. I don't know. We can do whatever the fuck we want. So the patrons, y'all get to let me know. Matter of fact, let me let them know right now. Hold on. Un momento. Gracias por la paciencia. And you guys too. Y'all let me know what y'all want. Let me get on the Patreon app. Let me open up Lens. Bam, it's ready to go. All right, here we go. What up, y'all? I'm still recording. Hopefully y'all check out this video later. It's going to be fun. We having fun. We talking about all kinds of stuff. But I just want to let y'all know, man, y'all get to let me know what kind of podcast, solo. That was long-winded. Let's do it again. What up, y'all? Still recording. I'm going to upload this when I'm done to you guys, the patrons. Make sure you guys let me know what kind of solo podcast y'all want. Do y'all want Spanish? Y'all want bilingual? Y'all want Tío Juve? Y'all want me chilling, me turning up? What do y'all want? Let me know, please. What up, y'all? Still recording. I'm going to upload this when I'm done to you guys, patrons. Yeah, I'm having fun, bro. I'm having fun as we wrap this up. I'm getting back into journaling. Journaling is good for you, dog. Especially if you have anxiety, but you ain't did shrooms yet. Especially if you still working hard at keeping the ego at bay. The ego is the enemy. He is not your friend. And I feel like this pause that the quarantine put on everybody, this like little inconvenient jail time, like sit your ass down and make use of your time and look at your life. Reassess. Like, like you might be doing online classes. Do you want to go back to school? Do you like what you're studying? This quarantine is opening up people's eyes to all types of shit. Online school is going to be through the roof. Telemedicine, where you can like FaceTime a doctor. And now they made an exception to the rule. Doctors could only practice in their state. It's some like medical board or something kind of governmental bullshit regulation. But right now, time of emergency, time of crisis, wartime. Chinga tu madre pinche virus. We have adjusted the rules because we're Americans and we're humans. And we're working together. Even China shared their playbook on what worked, what didn't. Everything that they tried over there. You know, we're going to figure this shit out. And I think humans got a wake-up call, dog. Like, hey, it's another little species trying to take us out, fool. And it's using us against us. We got to divide and conquer. We need to divide ourselves. We need to, like, keep distance so the shit don't spread. We in this shit together. So, yeah, man, I'm a FaceTime my parent. Well, my dad, he got cricket. He can't FaceTime. I'm a FaceTime my mom, then I'm going to call my dad after this, man. Like I said, I was just so obsessed with work and career. And it's part of my personality type too, man. Maybe it's the ego, but you're always trying to compete and create and make and go and win and deadline and hurry and do better and work harder. And it's like you got to validate yourself with work, and whatever's missing, you fill it with work. It's like you become a workaholic. So all that is getting worked on right now, thanks to the Rona and the quarantine. I finally got the studio set up exactly how we need it to be. It feels like I'm leading a well-structured life with good systems that will yield results. This shit gonna be efficient, man. I predict that the podcast gonna be better than ever. I mean, we're gonna have sponsors throwing themselves at us, but I'm gonna be like, hey, fool, we don't need your money, dog. You need some. I'm wrapping up. You want to say bye? Come say bye. Are you live? Yeah, no, it's not live, but it's recording and it's going up. So either you can sit here and let me point the camera at you. And I'm gonna tell them bye. Está calientito, ahorita prendo el aire. I got you with the horns. Perfect. Oh, okay, perfect. I see you. Nice. See, look at this. I look kind of crazy. No, you look great. So I'm gonna turn the AC on and make some calls and all that, but I had fun, Marisol. I told her this morning we went for a walk, and I was like, Sol, I can't wait. I'm excited about how the studio is set up. I can't wait to just record. And you're like, well, how you going to do it? Are you going live? Are you streaming it? I said, I don't know, but I just can't wait to play with my new toys and my new setup. We got lights, cameras, and motherfucking action. So thank you guys so much. This is getting uploaded to the patrons ASAP, and then I'm going to take the audio and put it on the podcast. And we'll throw it on YouTube later. I'll make it public or whatever. No, it just now started getting hot because it's wartime. ¿Qué pasó? I said, oh my goodness. Yeah. So you guys take care. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for sticking by us. Take care of yourselves. And you are in the right place. We will be broadcasting because it's wartime. We got to get information out. So we about to spoil y'all, man. If you love the sound of my voice, if you love the shit I talk about, if you love the visuals, both angles, then you're at the right place. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good one. And se la lavan, because that's good hygiene. Peace.